And whatever you do, don't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Quick recap. You got the information that people don't really know if the tower is secured or not because, royal decree has just meant that no one goes inside. So you staked it out and realized that you could just go inside. You then traversed a series of levels with guardians and puzzles and dragons and things trying to fuck you up real good, culminating... Sorry?
Florpistries.
Yeah, Florpistries left, right, and center. I'm editing that session at the moment, actually. I named the file Florpistry, and it made me very happy. You then got to the second most top level, penultimate top level, and found 4 chests in which... Oh, and a egg timer with a dragon killed around it, but 4 chests that once you waited for the egg timer to complete, they opened and they gave you various gifts with notes that said basically, now fuck off. And then you went to the floor above, met Orpheus and his floating head zombie minion who monitors the world through this telescope. And he said, well, what do you want? Okay, you can go find some curious arcane items that do fun stuff for me over in the Proving Grounds, which is east of here. He was kind of vague about it and just sort of happened to recruit you as you turned up when he wanted stuff from that area. He hadn't been there in a while. And that is where we left off. Oh, no, that's not true. You guys left the tower, went through the little foothills called the Crouching Hills, realized that they were ancient fallen creatures of some kind, and that is where we left off. It is roughly quite late. I'll say 4 a.m. by this time, because you guys went into the tower in the dead of night, and therefore it's kind of pretty late by now, so you're probably hankering for a sleep at this point, and you're in the middle of, let me see if I can describe it to you. You'd probably be about here, I would say. Can you see that ping?
Yep.
Or just beyond or on the Crouching Hills themselves. And yeah, that is where we leave off. What would you like to do?
So we're headed towards the Proving Grounds, aren't we? But I'm guessing we should rest up. I think we had a good rest in the tower, but I don't think we need the spell slots, but we probably should just rest up just so that we're not getting tired a bit later on, and then we start our journey at dawn.
Yeah, that sounds good. Also, since I have the Maze of Warning, we can just sleep, and technically we shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, cool.
That's true. It's a dope mace. Go on.
Dope mace. I think Joseph will, preferring generally to be alone, needs to recharge his introvert batteries, and he'll go and say he wants to take watch and sort of sit over on the outside of the camp.
Okay.
Do we want to do like a little scout? I mean, it says about 3 or 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's pretty late by this point.
Probably only got a few hours till light, so should we just look around and point somewhere that looks flat and go to sleep there?
Yep, sounds good by me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
so Jess says if we want to get any sleep tonight, we should probably start crashing pretty soon. Let's go into kind of the lee of one of these hills, get a bit of windbreak and crash. I'm gonna sleep over here with Dave, and I kind of wander off a little bit further away. And I guess with my ranger knowledge, that means that I think it's safe in this area, even though I haven't really checked.
You can make. Sorry, go on. Ash.
I was just about to go. You weren't sleeping already? I've clearly just been sleepwalking the whole way.
So I do a stage whisper to Monty and say, "Why does he always sleep with that cat?"
Dave,
It's best you don't ask. I just think they're really good friends.
Mm.
Really good friends.
Yeah, when Joseph's stroking Dave quite intently. Yes. Anyway, sorry. With my ranger skills or something, or should I do a roll? Some sort?
Yeah. If you want to find, I mean, like you said, in the lee or the other side of a hill of these Crouching Hills, you could theoretically set up camp, but make a survival check to see how delightful the spot you find is.
Wow, that's terrible. I'm really tired.
Yeah, not great. You basically sort of find the bottom of the hill, and despite the fact that I suppose a bunch of moisture would develop at that point where the hill becomes a flat, you just go, oh, well, at least we got a hill behind us, and just set up there.
Jose walks over and, again, pretending that he really knows what he's doing and not that he's really tired, lies down on a bit of hill that's actually quite sloped, and then proceeds to roll down the hill and come to a stop in a puddle.
That's the way you would like it to go down?
Yeah.
Nice.
With my arms above me like a roly-poly.
Nice.
And then stop in a puddle, but be so tired that I just sleep there.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do before going to sleep? And is Jose taking the first watch?
I think I wanted to, but actually I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take first watch.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything in bed prep?
Nah.
I'd like to lie down so that I'm in a T to Jose. With his arms like that, and I lie at the apex of his fingers.
Also with your arms above you.
You hear overhead the sound of a crow going, is that a T?
Who speaks crow?
Well, no, the crow was speaking common. You're not sure why.
Oh, okay.
Joseph.
I cast detect magic.
Okay. You cast detect magic. You don't...
Hang on, let me do it.
Okay, go for it.
Oh shit! Sorry, I don't. I've only got dispel magic.
That's right. You can just make an Arcana check and it's fine.
Okay, cool. All right.
It's just they just behave slightly differently in game terms. Oh wow,
Bish.
18. With an 18, you don't feel the threads of arcane influence. You don't feel that coming from the direction of the crow overhead. You surmise that it could just be a strain of the crow species that you are unfamiliar with.
I decide not to cast fireball at the crow.
Cool. Anyone else? Anyone else? I'll do Monty's watch in a sec, but if anyone else wants to do something as they bed down to add to the coziness of their character, now is the time. Okay, cool.
Just lies in a very fetal position for some reason.
Abe lies in a fetal position?
For some reason, yeah.
Okay.
Your legs.
The rest of your party conclude, that must be for some reason. I can't imagine why. Okay, sweet. As Monty is taking the first watch, I'll get you to make a perception check, please.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, with a 5.
Oh, yeah.
With a 5,
Stuff.
you think to yourself, bit chilly. And then you feel a weird sense of drowsiness settle over you. And I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Monty. And everyone else needs to make a wisdom saving throw, but everyone else has disadvantage.
Okay.
Woohoo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
Whew.
Nice.
Some balls.
Some strong turnout so far. Is Abe doing an organic roll?
It'll be a D20.
So that's a 7 and a 16.
So use the lowest 7.
Okay. So, everybody, including Monty, feel themselves being pulled into a deep sleep. For the people already sleeping, it's an even deeper sleep. And you suddenly find yourself in an area that doesn't seem familiar to you. It looks like this. And you suddenly see like a sun-kissed Colosseum-style scenario in front of you, and there's weird platforms and torches and some pools with some sort of sea creature in them. And around the outside is just stands filled with chairs and benches. And you see or hear Orpheus on the left-hand side, or the western side, say, "Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. I hadn't really auditioned you yet to be part of my, well, let's just say my helpers. So I think this is a great opportunity to do that. For the winner of this battle royale, there will be a reward. And, I mean, I do still need the losers, so, you'll be fine. You just won't get a reward. So, it is the last one of you standing. Begin whenever." And then he sits down. So, at this moment, everybody needs to roll initiative. But don't do it just yet. Now roll initiative. And remember to select your icon.
You both rolled 20s.
And I would say if you want like a music wine pairing to go with this, I would go with sort of like a steady drum or some sort of like tense militaristic.
Way ahead of you there. I've already got a Colosseum D&D playlist going. So,
Okay, cool.
I'm thinking dual music from Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan.
Oh wow, old school.
That's the good stuff.
Monty, if you can click your icon and then click initiative, it'll go in and then I can edit it. Add turn. Okay, so what did Abe roll?
Give me
20.
You got 20 as well?
Yeah.
Nice. 20s all round. Who has the higher dex between Monty and Abe? Just your dexterity score.
13.
11.
13, right? Okay, so that means Abe is slightly ahead. Okay. As these drums and this militaristic music seems to be emanating from the Colosseum itself, the imp is the first to react.
Okay. Instead of fighting each other, I'm not particularly inclined to tell them what my imp does, considering it's invisible.
You can type it to me if you want.
Okay.
Shows us out. Guys, it's a test. We should all put down our weapons. But it doesn't put down his weapon.
Hang on.
I can make your imp not visible on the map, and you can just type to me where you want it to go, if that's the idea.
So do I do /W the wrong hands?
This
actually.
If you're doing it in Roll20, then yeah, you'd have to do /W something, but you could just do it in Discord.
Okay, no, I'll do it in Discord.
Cool. All right. The imp has acted. That means next up is Abe. What would Abe like to do?
We have to attack each other, is that it?
You get the impression from Orpheus that he's pitting you guys against each other in a battle royale and intends to reward the last person standing in order to judge your strengths.
Then I am just going to move. Is that each of those small squares meant to be 5 feet?
That is precisely correct.
Excellent. And I don't remember how far I can go.
30.
30. Fine. Then I'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm just going to move here. No one is around me close enough to do anything. I'm a close combat person, so. No, actually, I'm going to bring my stallion.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Not the stallion.
Oh, fuck.
Bring my stallion.
I have to fight Fox.
Guys.
Shit's gonna get real.
Fox an enemy.
Okay, cool. Let me just grab that for you. That's a war horse.
The namesake of our very group.
Yeah, exactly. Where do you summon Fox to go?
Right in front of me.
There you go. Perfect.
Yes,
is that the end of your turn?
you. Yes, I just had Fox very annoyingly to him.
Sorry,
Like it.
ignore what I've clicked on. That was just a misclick.
Okay.
Therefore, the next act is Zen. No, Monty. Sorry, Monty. What does Monty want to do?
I'm going to run up to Abe.
Okay. Do you have
Can I get round?
You can. Yeah,
I
you
get round
technically
from-
can, because you'd still be in both of their melee range, so you wouldn't get an attack of opportunity at this point.
20, so I can get here. Is that correct?
Yeah, looks good to me.
Okay, are we doing this thing? I'm sorry, dear Abe. I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds,
Ooh, wow. Okay.
which is my
It's your new ability?
new ability.
Ooh, this is worrying. I'm also surprised that you've chosen Abe. Okay, so with a 19, that's against her AC, right? Sorry, his AC, right?
Yeah,
and the
make
damage
a
is down
melee
there.
spell attack.
A melee.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your AC,
How-
Abe?
Is that the armor class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20.
Oh. So you see these black stripes of just worrying looking energy streak across the adamantine plate of Abe and shaken up but not damaged on this occasion. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Cry.
It's like you don't remember Abe's armor class.
Yeah, it is almost like that. I mean, he's just closest.
I like that Monty, when he's trying to be like mean and aggressive, is just not bringing the maniacal strategy to it that you would assume he's not capable of.
Yeah, no. He oversteps.
He's such a cheerful fellow.
I don't think there's anything. I am going to turn invisible.
Ho ho. Okay.
Well,
Okay. If you choose to move, if you've still got movement left, you can discord it to me, and I will move your character in that location.
Yeah. Okay.
This is getting sneaky as hell.
yeah.
Doesn't that give me an attack of opportunity, though?
We shall see. 1 second. I'll just see if I can remove this icon. And now, there's a lot of layer switching going on here. No one gets an attack of opportunity. And I will pass it on. Is that the end of Monty's turn?
It is.
Cool. Next up is Zenarai. What would Zenarai like to do?
I am going to cast Darkness on myself.
Ho-ho.
We're all just going to go and visit it.
30 feet of magical darkness encase Zenarai in an orb of darkness. The point within range is yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will represent that, but I think it's static. A creature with that can't see through, a non-magical light can't illuminate.
It moves with me.
Oh, does it? Isn't being water carried. The point you choose is an object that isn't being darkness emanates from the object and moves with it. Okay, so you're the object that moves with it. Okay, completely covering the source of the darkness with an opaque object. Such blocks the darkness. If any spell overlap, blah 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 blah. That is dispelled. Okay, in that case, I will draw something. All right, looks like it's gonna be 15 feet. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, that's probably not overly necessary. I'll just draw it for scale. It's basically this size. Cool. And it's not really invisibility because you'll see Zenarai move because of this enormous sphere of darkness moving around. Okay, cool. Is that the end of Zenarai's turn, or does he would like to do something else?
Yeah, I'd like to move. Well, I might as well just ping it on the map because you can see it, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'd like to move over 60. So how much can I move? 30. Let's have a look. So 5, 10.
You can only
50,
move 30, but you'd like to move 60.
30. To there.
Sorry, could you ping it again for me, please? Oh, there. Sweet. All right, so let's put you there. Then I'll move this sphere. Okay, cool. Is that the end of Zenarai's turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, you see an enormous sphere of darkness move over to that location. So the southeast quadrant. Next up is Joza.
Yeah, very sneaky. We're a bunch of very sneaky bastards. How high is this platform?
It is 10 feet high.
Okay. What do I want to do? Let's go. The only person left who isn't fucking invisible is Abe. So I'm going to. What do I want Dave to do? Yeah. Okay. So I want. I'm going to run up to here.
Mm-hmm.
Face this way.
You climb the stairs to the raised platform in the center of the space.
A dramatic kind of Aragorn style, taking like 2 or 3 steps at a time. Well,
Nice.
maybe just one because I'm quite short.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get about here.
Yeah.
And try and draw my short bow and try and put some arrows in Abe from here.
Okay.
Presumably, there's like a pretty low wall here, or is that high? Have I got clean line of sight to Abe?
Yeah, you have clean. It's a low wall. It's like a, what would you call it? Like a parapet or a, I can't remember what it's called, but it'd be like chest high, waist high kind of height.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot Abe in the face.
Okay, go for
Sorry,
it.
Abe.
So weird to see all. Sorry, it's against you. Oh, I've got to.
Oh yeah. So hang on. First, I'll cast Hunter's Mark as well.
There's no save for that, is it? You just mark them. So I will on who? On Abe?
On Abe, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna mark that with a red dot just to help me, and that's gonna be.
Until the spell ends, you deal an extra d6 whenever you hit it with a weapon attack.
Okay, so based on what kind of damage it is, you'll get. No, I think that sounds like the game is not calculating it right. So whenever you roll your attack, just roll an extra d6 afterwards, because it's like giving you a menu of different types of damage, which I don't think is how it's supposed to work.
No, it's not that. Yeah, I just roll a d6. This is not those.
Cool, fire away.
Okay. So, short bow attack. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, with a natural 20. Big hit. That's true. It gets neutralized as a normal attack because of the adamantine armor. Oh gosh. That's just priceless. Okay, so that just means it gets to be 10 piercing damage rather than 14. So Abe, you take 10 piercing damage.
Hang on. I rolled a d6.
Plus the 6 that's about to happen. Okay, so that's 14 piercing damage for Abe. Do you have access to the sheet and the ability to keep track of those hit points?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I just don't have the thingy that puts it together.
The extension. No worries. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so what would Joza like to do?
I'm going to leave Dave. I'm going to say, guard the stairs. So Dave's going to stay here. But we can see that Zenoi is right fucking there. So I don't want you to be able to run up behind me while I'm shooting this way. So I'm going to, again, also just not questioning this scenario whatsoever and just going with it. I guess I'm in like a kind of semi-lucid dream state, and I'm just like, yeah, kill my friend. And I'm going to, a slight tightening of the trousers after that perfect shot from about 80 feet away. I'm going to go for another one.
Oh my goodness!
Fucking Jesus!
What is your modifier? Oh wow, it's
plus 10.
Plus 10. But you also rolled an 18. Okay, so that hits for 8 piercing damage, and is Hunter's Mark added twice or once? We discussed this last time.
It's literally any time you deal damage with a weapon.
Sweet. Go for it. This is wow. I did not expect this to go down this way.
Well there you go.
Oh, okay. So 9 piercing damage from this attack, Abe, as this arrow finds the same point between your arm and your torso as the previous arrow did, causing an uncomfortable sensation of an arrow between your ribs. Is that?
Whoa.
Yep.
Joseph says, sorry.
Quick question. Is the hunter's mark just for Josie?
It's just on. Oh no, it's just me, I think.
Yeah,
Let me see.
it doesn't. Some spells do enable any member of the party, I think, to do extra damage if that creature is affected by that, but not this one.
Yeah, this is when you hit it.
Cool. So is that the end of Joseph's turn?
Yeah, sorry, that is. Well, actually, I'm going to move a little bit close to this side of the wall and crouch down.
Okay, cool.
And
Are
hopefully
you?
be invisible.
You'll just have like half cover essentially, right, behind
Yeah.
the wall. Okay, so just let me reorder quickly, because now that the warhorse is joined, I've got to have them incorporated into this thing. Actually, what dexterity does the warhorse have? I didn't expect
13.
everyone to be on the same number. Okay, so therefore, no, it's 12 dex for the warhorse.
That's 12 plus 1, though.
Is it? Let me look at the warhorse's stats. Oh no, +1 just means that's giving you the modifier. So a dexterity of 12 equates to a dexterity of +1.
Fair. Sorry, didn't know that.
That's all right. So therefore, what is the dexterity of Zenarai and Monty? And Abe?
Plus
11.
11 plus 2. Okay, so therefore the warhorse is not as quick as those. So I'm going to make this plus 0.4. And Monty's was 11, right?
Yes, I'm slower than the warhorse.
Yeah, I've never had to do so many decimal places before.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, sweet. Let's try this again. All right, now it should be in order as far as I can tell. Okay, cool. Everybody, now please roll a d20. This is a luck check, and yeah, roll well. Oh gosh, oh goodness.
I guess a reroll.
Oh,
A reroll.
Oh yeah, because you're a halfling, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, not good.
Not improving by much. Okay, so what you see is a truly horrifying sight, as out of this lower pool, a shark with 2 legs emerges. And
Oh shit!
imagine like a bipedal shark, if you can, because that's
A street
what's
shark.
happening. A what?
A street shark
Yes, a street shark.
from the 90s, kids' TV program.
Can't say that I do, but it sounds
Oh,
awesome.
guys, hang on, I'll find a link.
Street shark.
Hang on.
I love making up theme tunes for shows you don't know.
Yeah, I don't have any follow-up. Street shark. He's a shark, but walks.
That's about it, really. There you go. Get educated.
As far as you can determine.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you conclude that this is not necessarily a character from that show, but not necessarily not a character from that show. Cool. So as this bipedal shark, aka street shark, emerges from the southeast pool, it menacingly strides towards Dave and is going to bite her. And what is Dave's AC?
15.
Okay, that's a 9. So this enormous bipedal shark just completely loses its balance as it lunges forward as it's bipedal and has to just stabilize itself awkwardly. And that is the end of its turn, but it looks to be focused on that quadrant of the map at this time. And yeah, street shark.
Is it naked from the waist down?
Yeah, they're kind of like, imagine like the same skin as a shark, but shaped like human legs.
What's it packing?
What's it? What?
Does it
What's the
have?
stick below the belt?
Oh no, it's all smooth like Ken.
Ugh.
Okay, awesome. So that just happened. Is that the same question that you had, Fraser?
I know, just from the darkness, I shudder really apprehensively at the smoothness of its Ken patch.
The smoothness of its Ken patch. You hear, as this shark fails to attack, you hear Orpheus say, Oh, yes, I forgot about those. Well, this should be fun, shouldn't it? And you notice in the distance, if you squint, he seems to be feeding himself grapes.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is unless we have questions, next up is the imp.
The imp is going to. I'll message you.
Cool. Street Shark!
Street shark, you know it never when you love it, baby. Street shark.
Got legs, but no dick.
What's the distance on the imp? Okay. Awesome. Is that the end of the imp's turn?
It is.
Cool. Next up, we've already done the sharks. I just had to, bringing new characters into an existing initiative order is a clunky process, so that's where he is now. Abe's turn.
I am going to first move behind my warhorse, behind Fox, because I'm a coward.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to touch my crotch and give myself 20 life points.
Oh,
Hit points or whatever.
nice. You do that. You see, what was that? Sorry, Hugo?
This battle's going to take a while.
You see these
tanks and invisible people.
You see these white beams of light shine down upon Abe as some of his wounds seem to stitch together beneath the armor, but you have to just surmise that as it's beneath armor. Is there anything else you would like to do, Abe?
I'm going to ask Fox to protect me.
Okay. I'll say... Yeah, to be honest, you don't need to make an animal handling check yet because, Fox, you're not really asking Fox to do much. Just protecting you is what he does anyway. So are you hoping for anything more specific as a result of that? Just sort of keep watch?
Yeah, keep watch.
Okay, we'll see what happens with that down the line, but you get the sense that Fox seems alert and ready. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Cool. Next up is Zenarai, the giant black sphere.
Okay.
Dum 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 dum.
So I shout to Joser, let's take out the warhorse together. They're too tough. But we can use our combined damage dealing skills and smash it.
I'm going to shout, he has a name! And that's it.
He has a name.
Yeah, the horse.
Joseph pretends he didn't hear anything because you can't actually see me, so I'm going to pretend I'm not here.
Yeah,
See?
to be fair, no, unless you did a stealth check, he can see you, but he can only see like a hair, what's the word, like a part of your skull or your shoulder or something.
I thought you said it was like a 10-foot wall with a little
No,
wall.
it's like waist high, right? So you could theoretically conceal yourself entirely behind it as you're a halfling, but because you didn't physically take the hide action, which is like a measurable action in the action economy, you don't benefit from hide abilities, but you do benefit from cover. So if someone were to try to attack you, for example, you would get a bonus to your AC.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I just thought because of the height of the wall and him being down.
Yeah, in real world terms, that's true, but in the game, it's like a measurable thing.
Okay, well, I'm still going to pretend I'm not here.
Okay, Zenarai, you hear no response.
You can I have to see the top of my hair just kind of like fluttering, though. You know exactly where I am.
Which I think makes it funnier.
Well, in that case, I become utterly enraged and decide the only way I can act this out properly is by firing 2 Eldritch Blasts at Dave.
You bastard.
Okay, let's see how that goes. All right, can you remind me of her AC, please? Hugo.
Dave, 15.
15. Okay, the first Eldritch Blast goes sailing between the giant bipedal shark and the panther. The second one follows exactly the same course. You realize as... I think... Let me just... Before I finish that anime-style description, does your character has the ability to see through magical darkness, right?
Yeah, mine does.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. So you see the second bolt have incredible consistency and hit exactly the same place as the first one, but that was between the two targets. You were probably a little put off by the flat patch.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, the flat patch is almost irreversibly burned into my retinas. So I'm going to run over to. Oh shit! Where's the next shark going to come though? That's the thing. 5, 10, 15. I'm going to go and chill out over. Under the bridge.
I think you can move your icon, right?
Yeah. So I'll be here, but like underneath.
Oh, you're underneath. Okay, cool. So I'll move the giant black sphere with you. So that means that, Joza, you find yourself encased in magical darkness.
Aha!
I do.
Cool. Is that the end of Zenarai's turn?
Yep.
Cool. Next up is the Warhorse, who was given the last instructions to protect you. So I'll say, considering as Joza attacked you, make an animal handling check to see how Fox interprets that. Please.
I have a question though, because in the description of summoning a steed, it does say that it takes the form of a warhorse, but it says that it's a loyal steed that has a deep bond with Abelardo.
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely true. There's no question that the horse is loyal to you, but it's just a case of how, because it's an independent creature. Remember, we had that conversation a few sessions ago where it depends, because this creature has also spent time with this group. Does the creature see these people as allies and interpret the fact that Joza shot you as just an accident? Does the creature think that it's putting itself in too much danger, etc., etc.? Okay, cool. So, oh wow, your thing is working. All right, with an 11, I will say that, yeah, I'll say the horse is going to make an exploratory journey. What is its movement? It's like 40, right? The warhorse, Fox, is going to make a 60-foot journey. So that means 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, 60. And I can probably use its action to dash.
Oh, it's difficult.
So I'll say it's probably over here. Okay, so what's going to happen is, Monty, if you would like to, you can make an attack of opportunity. As the warhorse leaves your space.
It's just a regular attack, isn't it?
Yeah, like a melee attack.
I'm actually going to spare Fox.
Okay. Also, please make Zenarai a dexterity saving throw for the imp.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, easily the imp flies out of the way. Awesome. So once Fox gets there, Fox is a little perplexed by the magical darkness that has surrounded the attacker that was, preying upon Abe just seconds ago. So the warhorse is a bit flummoxed at the moment, and is just going to stand there aggressively until he can gather more information, because, being an animal, even from the Fey realm, weird darkness and flames, those sort of primitive things kind of spook him a little bit. So we'll see how that situation develops. Does that make sense, Abe?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next up is Monty. I think your race ability means that you stay invisible until the beginning of this turn, right?
Yeah, I'm no longer invisible anymore.
Okay. This is the most bizarre situation.
As I come out of invisibility, you start to hear this. This isn't right. This isn't right. Friends, they're my friends. They're my friends. And I wheel around 180 and cast Guiding Bolt on Orphea.
Nice.
Okay, all right. This is not what I expected. Let me.
So bad's about to happen.
Yeah. Well, I suppose. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Let me just bring up these stats because I didn't expect to need these.
Of the deity of the universe.
Or the what? Sorry.
Of the deity of the universe.
I'm sure I'm going to land it here.
Didn't they want us to attack him?
Okay, so could you please roll your attack, and I'll see if I can describe what happens. It's a long character sheet, so give me a second.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah, not bad.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
So
Is that the first time guiding bolts actually hit something? Or we don't know yet.
It's probably not going to hit it.
No, it's not going to hit it.
No.
goodness. All right, sorry, I'm still reading. Is it radiant damage if it
Yep.
hits? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Putting you through your paces,
Yeah.
Sam.
Sorry, what was that?
Just putting you through your paces.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Okay, your guiding bolt, despite history and every single other instance, it connects with Orpheus.
No way!
You see his wing flutter backwards suddenly to keep his balance as this huge
Fuck.
bolt of energy like hits him in the middle of the chest for 22 radiant damage. But you notice, even though he's knocked off his balance, he doesn't take the damage in its entirety. He seems to like resist some of it somehow. And
He's like isn't he? And I shout to the others, friends, unite! He's the asshole! Up at the box.
okay, you do what at the box, sorry?
Point.
Oh, you point. Nice. Okay, so as this bolt hits him, he is still illuminated with a glowing yellow light, much like you've seen every time Monty uses a spell, and it causes anyone that attacks Orpheus subsequently to have advantage on their attack. And then you hear, Monty, inside your head, the voice of Orpheus, but only you can hear it, and he says, "Oh, I did not expect you to take the lead so soon. I'll have to keep my eye on you, won't I?" And it's like the telepathy equivalent of like a creepy whisper too close to your ear.
I shudder.
Appropriate. Okay. That
What was
means.
the thing you said? If you when you attacked him, you then get advantage or something? Was that?
Well, yeah. The next person to attack Orpheus would get advantage on their attack. I think it lasts for quite a considerable amount of time.
Oh, is that because of radiant bolt,
Yeah.
guiding bolt?
That's why it's
Okay.
called guiding bolt, because it guides the next attack.
Literally never known that because it's never here.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't say that it actually elapses. It's just the next time.
There you go. In perpetuity.
Shit, man. Yeah, okay. I mean, Joester is shrouded in darkness, so doesn't see that.
No, not your dark vision. You just have regular dark vision, I think. If you're a halfling, I'm pretty sure it's only tieflings that have the kind of dark vision that permeates magical darkness.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. Before we go to Josa, I just want to make sure that that's the end of Monty's triumphant turn.
It is indeed.
Okay, cool. Now it's Josa's turn.
Okay. Obviously I knew where I was, and I saw the darkness moving towards me when Zenwai moved over. So I kind of quickly took bearings of my situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I heard. So where is? So Monty, you're over there. I would have heard all that shit, and I think Joseph's instinct, although he's quite competitive, it is to help out the group. So I think I would want to do that as well. So I think I'm probably going to just run headfirst into an attack from Fox while trying to help the group. So I think I want to. I will reach to I will step to my right and grab the wall, so I know then like this wall, and then I know where I am, and then feeling the wall forwards towards where I knew the darkness last wasn't. I'm going to try and walk out to here, and I'm guessing I'm going to bump into Fox.
I can't telepathically with Fox. Can I tell him not to attack though? That's
I'd say technically, I mean, because it's not your turn, but it is still only voice. So I'll say, yeah. I mean, you can for this one situation, it's kind of more fun if you can telepathically communicate with Fox and say, the situation has changed. Is that what you choose to do?
Yes, basically, don't attack if you're not attacked, kind of thing.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, I don't think Fox would. I think Fox was more perplexed with the darkness, so I don't think he'd immediately attack Josa when he came out. But now that you've communicated it, that's what happens, Josa. What would you like to do?
Combat roll. Combat roll.
Yeah.
Combat
well,
roll.
Yeah, I mean, you do that.
And then I'm going to. I'm going to say. It's just a dream, but don't forget who your real enemies are. You're the demons within. And then I'm going to. But I'm going to draw my bow and arrow for dramatic effect, like a movie, at Abe. And I'm going to aim down, and I'm going to go, no. And then I'm going to point up and shoot at.
Like a Hunger Games reference.
If that's in Hunger Games, they're stolen my idea because I was in it.
That's a very lame reference. There you go.
Okay, nice. Okay, so you want to attack Orpheus? Go for it. Sorry, what?
Yeah, I'm just going to do it quite dramatically. All right, so I've still got Hunter's Mark on Abe. I can't move it, so I'll just attack with my short bow.
Did we go talk or was it Hugo?
And I'll shout, Dave, handle that smooth-crotched shark, man. Hope that he does that. Okay. First attack.
You get advantage, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sweet.
28.
Okay. Wow. This is a very unexpected turn of events. Blah 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 blah. What?
Just why are we attacking the god?
It is quite funny. I'll be honest. It's quite an unusual turn of events. Okay.
I think
yeah.
that's what I'd do. I wouldn't try and kill my friends.
You think this is what your character would do, basically? Yeah,
exactly.
totally. Okay, your arrow finds its mark just in his left side of his rib cage, and so does the following arrow. And you notice there's a small trickle of blood there, but it seems to be how arrows would hit a statue. There's a little bit of blood there, but it's a very weird effect, like not as fleshy as you were expecting. And he takes some damage from the attacks, but not the amount that you would expect. So let me just add this up.
And yeah, I want to shout, I'm with you, Monty. We don't need to fight each other. We'll prove our strength by killing this buff freak.
The only binds that bind us will be the bonds of friendship. Oh, why is it bonds and binds? What is it with that? I say.
I love that Monty has become like a Woody Allen-esque figure commenting on semantics in the middle of a fight.
He has a lot of time.
This is an asshat.
He has a lot of what? Sorry, Ash?
Time on his hands.
Yeah, clearly, yeah. A lot of time spent with Seed by himself. Okay, Joseph, that happens, and you hear in your head, oh, now this is surprising. Actually, no, you were just rolling with advantage, right? So if you want to attack again, then you can.
Okay, yeah. I will.
But you still hear that in your head. You say, well, isn't this surprising? And yeah, you do the damage again, some of the damage that you would expect, but not all of it. And you hear Orpheus in your head continue his sentence and say, well, I had no idea I would need to participate in this audition in order for a worthwhile result to eventuate, but, well, that seems to be the situation, doesn't it? And that's the end of what he says. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to say, Janoi, you're in there somewhere. There's no point fighting each other. It's just a dream anyway. Let's kill this angel widow.
I say nothing.
just like Joseph.
Very passive aggressively.
Fair enough.
Okay, sweet. Okay, at this point, at the end of Joseph's turn, I'm pretty sure everyone else has acted, right? Did Abe do something?
Yeah, did I do something?
I think you
hid behind Fox.
Fox attack, right?
Oh yeah, you used your turn to hide behind Fox and like give the advice to Fox to protect you, right? That's what you did most recently.
Oh yeah, you lay your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that I'm at the right point in the order. Okay. Surprisingly, you see Orpheus stand up, and
Oh dear.
I'm going to reorder that in a second. You see Orpheus stand up, and he looks like contemplatively as he uses his wings to hover above Monty and Abe, and he is going to mace Monty in the face.
Oh my god.
So the first attack is going to be a 25. Does that hit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then I've got to roll. Okay, this is part of the damage. So you take 5. You take 5 bludgeoning damage, and then you feel this like warmth emanating from the wound, and you take a further 18 radiant damage.
Oh, sweet.
So if you have any resistance to bludgeoning or radiant damage, that would come into play now. And it's basically like you were hit with the mace, and that sort of left these cuts on your neck. And then this sort of like, it's like sunburn permeates that wound, and it feels unpleasant. And then he is going to, then he's going to fly away. Yeah, I was going to say you would get an attack of opportunity, but actually no, if he was close enough to mace you, then yeah, you would. So you guys can both make an attack of opportunity.
Oh, nice. Thank you for being inquisitive. It pays off in our favor.
I mean, I was going to address that anyway, but it was good to get the reminder.
It's just a regular attack, isn't it?
Did that roll?
Yeah, it's a regular like melee attack. Okay, so the Mace of Warning from Abe unfortunately misses, and the halberd from Monty also misses, as you're a bit stunned by attacking this glorious pale figure flying above you. And then you see Orpheus stops exactly at a certain point and then lashes out into seemingly nothingness.
That cunt! Hacked Palacios, no!
No, not Gahak Palacios!
I just want to make sure.
He costs 10 gold a summon!
You're in a dream.
Okay, sweet. So that's going to be a 15 to hit. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at... That's going to be 5 bludgeoning damage plus 18 radiant damage.
Hang on.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
did.
Yeah, he collapses. You see, just before Gahak Balachus hits the ground, he becomes visible again and then flickers and then sort of hits the ground and goes in like a curl of smoke.
I scream, no, you fucking ceramic bastard! I'll wear your nipples as eye patches, you scrotumless piece of
Well,
I look over and go,
to be fair, you're not sure if Orpheus is scrotumless or not because he's wearing a sort of lugubrious loincloth.
I'm assuming he is scrotumless.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, cool. So that is the end of Orpheus's turn, and you hear in your voice, his voice in your head, Zenarai, saying, "My, that was colorful. I might have to write some of those down. Perhaps include them in my own." And then he sort of trails off. Okay.
Your own scrotumless memoirs.
Yeah, exactly.
Not having a scrotum by Orpheus.
Okay, so that's where the imp would have gone, but now it's going to be the shark the bipedal shark, who is going to try to attack Dave. Okay, so that's going to be a bite against his AC. 17, I'm pretty sure hits Dave, right?
Yes.
So roll 2d8 plus 4. That's going to be 13 piercing damage.
That is a dead cat.
Okay, so another one of the companion animals just hits the ground with a mighty scream. And yeah, you probably feel this with your connection. Josa, do you do anything?
Yeah, I don't think I can see it, can I? Because it's the other side of this magical darkness.
No, but you could probably feel it.
Yeah, I know it's happened. And I think Josa's told himself that this is not real. And so he tries to pretend it hasn't happened. But he obviously kind of feels like a punch to the chest. and staggers a bit, but then does like a kind of angry action movie stare at Orpheus and vows in his head to get vengeance. Not on the shark person.
Okay, so then you see the shark person move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And you see the shark person bend its knees and take a mighty leap, successfully landing upon this central platform. And just
Street
sort of
shark.
sorry, what was that?
Street sharks.
Yeah, and you see it gnash its teeth at everyone on the central platform. And that is the end of its turn. This is Abe's turn.
I'm going to take one for the team, and I'm going to move. I can move up here.
Monty, attack of opportunity.
And I'm going to great axe, I think. Yeah. I'm going to great axe him. That go through?
Yep.
Sorry, who are you trying to attack?
The Orpheus guy.
Oh, okay. All right. With a 17, let me double check. Yeah, you hit for, again, it does damage, but not the damage that you would expect. And you see Orpheus look down on you with a smirk on his face. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn? Sorry, a little bit louder.
I'm dead soon.
Oh, you're dead soon. Is that what you said?
I'll be dead soon. He's going to.
I like you announced to the arena, I'll be dead soon.
Yeah. That is my
Probably.
announcement. Oh, I have a second attack because that's the only attack I did, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you can attack again.
Well, let's try it again. I'm dead anyway.
Woo!
Oh, wow, natural 20. Okay, cool. And what happens then? This is against Orpheus again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's going to be 21 in total. And then, again, it does less than you would expect, but he seems to be taking damage, and he looks down with less of a smirk and more of a surprised eyebrow raise.
All right.
Is that the end of Abe's turn?
Yep.
Okay, next up is Zenarai.
Okay, I'm utterly enraged by the situation, so I'm going to blindly run to a point where I can get advantage on advantage point to fire off some Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
So if I get to here, do I have a line of sight of Orpheus?
I would say, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, alright. Then we're going to start fucking blasting with reckless abandon.
Nice. With a 12, you shoot and manage to almost hit Abe, but miss. And then you fire another Eldritch Blast between Abe and Orpheus's legs, and he looks over at the sphere of darkness with disdain.
Oh, goddamn.
Your Eldritch Blast in a couple of sessions prior have been very successful, but not so much in
And,
this
and,
arena.
and not today. Do carry on. I've just got to nip away from the computer for a second.
Okay, cool. Next up is the Warhorse.
I'm going to ask the Warhorse to attack the shark, given that it killed Dave.
Nice, that makes sense. Sorry, I should say Fox. Okay, the Warhorse is going to... Okay, make an animal handling check with advantage, because there's no more ethical ambiguity. This is something that Fox would likely do in this situation anyway.
Did that go?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did not expect to see a horse fight a shark today.
A bipedal shark.
Yeah. The second one didn't go through.
The quadruped versus the biped. The ultimate duel. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Ooh.
Okay, so you see Fox is going to use his classic stampeding charging attack. 13. Does the 13 hit the bipedal shark? It does. Okay, so that is going to be, firstly...
Turf beats surf.
10 bludgeoning damage.
Also, that's a good podcast name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be 10 bludgeoning damage, and then the shark needs to make a strength saving throw, which the shark succeeds. So basically, Fox tries to further hoof the shark onto the ground, but the shark's enormous quads manage to keep it upright.
Damn, those quads never miss leg day.
Never miss leg day is something you feel the shark holds quite close to home.
Yeah.
Next up is Monty.
Okay, I'm going to walk up alongside Abe over here. And I am going to reach out and touch Orpheus's scrotum with inflict wounds.
Okay. I don't think you're quite... You could reach his leg or calf, but I don't think you're tall enough to reach his scrotum unless you jump.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go leg. I'll go leg. I'm not gonna.
If you make an athletics check, I'll let you see if you can leap towards scrotum.
Yeah. I mean, Monty isn't the most athletic. I feel that's cutting my nose off scrotum.
I came back to if you do an athletics check, you can leap towards scrotum.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I will. Monty will content himself with the thigh, and give it a try.
Got it. Go for it. I think it's a melee spell attack, right? Oh wow, looking good. Could you read me the language? Could you read me the language of inflict wounds, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Make a melee spell attack against the creature you can reach. On a hit, the target takes 5d10 necrotic damage. That's it.
Okay, sweet.
Instantaneous touch. Yep.
Okay, cool.
So you gave Orpheus some kind of scrotum infected disease.
Exactly. Well, I figured if it's all radiant and stuff, like necrosis probably is the opposite of that.
We should have just tried to fucking kill Orpheus in that tower.
Okay. So what happens is you notice as you touch his thigh that these black veins of necrotic energy start to crawl up his leg, and he looks visibly concerned for the first time. And you hear in your voice... you hear his voice in your head, Monty, say, this has been a most informative exercise, perhaps. Have I given you the right task? Yes, you just sort of hear a little bit of his inner monologue. You're not even sure if he's meaning to share it with you. Cool. Is that the end of Monty's turn?
It is.
Okay, cool. Next up is Josa.
So Josa... so everyone thought Josa was holding it together, but he's not. And when Dave died, it crushed him, and he sheds a tear, and realizing that the shark man is so close to him, he says, "I'm not okay," and he's going to draw his.
To be okay.
And he says, "Fuck you," and attacks him with.
Nice.
I think I'm close enough to just do that. So that's one of them. Damn, these attack rolls.
Wow, that's huge. Yeah. Okay, you definitely connect, doing 8 piercing damage to the bipedal shark. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah, I just imagine kind of that was a bit of a wild slashing one. And when he realizes that he sort of got within his guard, can I go for like an aimed shot now and try and stab him in his smooth crotch area?
Yeah, if you really specifically want to hit that area, then it adds 5 to this thing's AC. But it means if you hit, you decisively hit that.
The previously established area that is just more of his skin.
Yeah. Do you have any particular thing you want to achieve by hitting him in his smooth patch?
I shout, hit him in the fucking smooth patch.
Yeah, what I want to achieve is I want to impress anyway. So
okay, there we go.
I want to belittle him, and also I guess highlight the fact that he doesn't have a penis.
Okay, cool.
By stabbing him where the penis would have been. So right, let's try that then.
Does
not make it.
You're doing all this with a short sword?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I mean, you're an arrow guy. I suppose you're taken with mourning and rage. Yeah, you basically
when I'm up close, I always go with the swords. I don't know. It's just
you slash with the short sword, and unlike your previous attack, focusing specifically and only on the crotch does not end up being successful on this instance. And you see the bipedal shark cock its enormous cylindrical body at you in a sort of a coquettish let's dance type communication.
yeah. I look at it with newfound respect, but I'm ready to cut it to pieces.
Nice. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ash.
I was just going to say, Stam, can I commend you on using the word cock twice in a sentence?
Coquettish.
Thank you.
Without a dig.
You're right. I don't even think that was intentional, but I enjoyed it greatly. I appreciate that. Next up is Orpheus's turn. Now, what's going to happen is Orpheus flies basically 20 feet into the air. So that means Monty and Abe get attacks of opportunity.
Sweet.
Did that go through?
No say.
Yes. That did go through.
Yeah, you both managed to hit, and that means
Oh my god.
We just tried to high five over the table and didn't hit one another's hands as we said.
no. Unlike your characters, your real life humans do not have the same accuracy.
No.
Okay, cool. So again, these attacks do actually. Which halberd is that?
Halberd of feathers.
Okay. In that case, that weapon you notice does, when it connects on this occasion, it does do the damage that you would expect it to.
Sweet.
And as he flies higher out of range, he says in his actual voice this time, "Oh, I have underestimated your group. I mean, you stumbled into my tower and not overly competently. I mean, you did get through the tower. I did not expect this kind of... I did not expect this sort of performance. Well, perhaps I shall give you a slightly more detailed briefing after this. I'm somewhat impressed." What did you say, Zenray?
I said, "Hey, those were vicious floor pastries."
Okay, cool. And he is going to, after he said that and moved that distance, he is going to fly over to the corpse of Dave and just hover there with a sort of, make an insight check, Josa.
He's totally banging it.
No one else bang Dave.
Okay. With a 7, you're...
Away from her.
You don't get, like, surprisingly for this, like, crazy violent situation, you're not filled with a sense of dread when you see Orpheus beside the corpse of your fallen companion. You're not sure what his intentions are, but you don't immediately feel anguished, which you're surprised by.
Okay.
Cool. That is the end of Orpheus's... that is the end of Orpheus's turn. Next up is the shark, the bipedal shark, is going to step closer and attack Josa, as they seem to be locked in some sort of cock measuring contest.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
And we are
Sexual
going
energy.
Cool. So that's going to be an 11, which I don't think hits Josa.
It doesn't.
And again, this bipedal shark is just going to rotate his cylindrical body in a mocking gesture. And that is the end of its turn. Next up is
wave his butt at me.
Well, because he's a cylinder, he goes like, imagine the whole body of the shark. So he's bending one knee then the other. So it goes like this.
Okay, so is the shark kind of, it's on a normal shark plane?
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
supported by 2 legs in the middle, like a plank of wood.
Was it supposed like that?
Yeah, it's like this. Imagine like just a normal shark body with 2 legs underneath it.
I thought it was stood up.
No. This is not stood up. This is if you literally just stuck 2 legs to the bottom of a shark mid swim.
I've vastly overestimated this shark's capabilities.
Just stand behind it, it can't see you. Or turn around.
Next up is Abe.
Yeah, sorry, I am deciding things. Then I am going to move towards the shark, so it's 30. That means it's 10, 20, 30, right?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, that looks good to me. If you don't want to use your action for anything else, you can move an additional 30 feet.
I'm going to do that then. I'm going to do 1. Wait, no, but I can't attack anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
but it uses your action to cover extra distance. Okay, so you're basically right there in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is there anything you want to say as you triumphantly arrive in your clanking armor?
You killed Dave!
You killed Dave.
That's all I have to say.
Next up is Zenrai.
So as is true to form, I'm going to cast Command at Orpheus.
Wait, what's the range on command?
No, that's a good question, actually. 60 feet.
And you are within range. Yeah, that's fine. What are you going to command or try to command him to do?
Relent.
Interesting. Okay. So he needs to make what, a wisdom saving throw or something?
Yeah.
Against your DC, which is what?
So it's a wisdom saving throw. I'm just trying to look.
It'll be in your spell page at the top. Spell tab.
Is it against mine or a specific threshold?
Well, it'll say sometimes, or it's yours, which is, it's called your spell save DC at the top of your spells tab. It's like in a little cluster of numbers. Numbers cluster.
So when the spell's cast a spell sort of second level or higher, creature.
You've got to go to, on your character sheet, you've got to go to the spells tab where all your spells live, and it'll be at the top of that.
So my wisdom saving throw.
No. If you go to your spells tab on your character sheet, where you can see a list of all your spells, above that, by like 3 millimeters, will be like a little clutch of numbers that say things like spell attack modifier and spell save.
Yeah. So safety, 15.
Okay, 15, perfect.
Yeah.
Therefore, we are going to see this roll, and he rolls with advantage, and you're not sure why. Yeah, he resists the effect as the booming voice of your relent sort of impacts him. He twitches his head a little bit and smiles sort of benevolently and makes no comment in your mind this time. Is that the action? Is there anything else you want to do?
Well, I call him a piece of shit again, then I move slightly in this direction.
Now you hear his voice in your head saying, "Just a piece of shit. It was so much more creative last time. Scrotumless, elbowless. Come on now."
Wow, yeah, elbowless scrotum.
That's me laughing. The actual voice you hear in your head is more like a deep chuckle. Is that the end of your turn now?
Deep chuckle.
It's more like a derisive chuckle.
Yeah, I'll end there. My scrotum has many elbows.
Okay, next up is Fox's turn.
He's going to attack the shark.
Okay, cool. I'll say because he was willing to do it before, he's willing to do it now. This is going to be a hoof attack with a 14. I'm pretty sure that's going to hit the hunter shark, which it does. Dealing 13 damage. Whew. This shark is looking messed up. Is there anything else?
Normal.
It's what, sorry?
Unlike before when it first walked out on
Yeah.
human legs.
When it was just
Really
all
fine.
normal looking. Is there anything else that Fox would do? I suppose he would still be engaged in combat. He's not making like strategic walks anywhere.
No, he's just going to shake his mane in a got you kind of way.
Nice. That's exactly what happens. Next up is Monty.
Okay, so by my calculation, can I get here?
Yep, precisely, yeah.
Have I got line of sight on Orpheus?
Yes, I would say yes.
Fuck that guy! Fuck that guy! And I cast Guiding Bolt.
Nice, okay, go for it.
Ah,
Oh, I like you did the anime sound effect. that would accompany. This time, you watch your bolt of yellow gold energy streak towards Orpheus, but it just takes a slight diagonal and manages to chip off another huge divot of the stonework at the rear of the stadium. And you see him turn towards you and just hold his finger up like this, like when someone's drinking something and is just like, "Wait, I'll be with you in a moment."
and I just go, boo, back.
Boo, and then what?
But that's just it. That's it.
Just boo. Okay.
And I ejected.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Mhm.
Okay, Joe's turn.
Yeah. So Joseph's still pretty the shark thing is pet. Totally pet. I didn't realize it would have been a pretty amazing shot to have got underneath him and stabbed him in his smooth. crotch. So this time I'm gonna. I guess I'm just quite close to his face. So I want to stab it in the face with. So
Go for it.
in anger, that's what he does. Let's try.
Wow, Monty's got all kinds of third level
That's
spell
fine.
slots. Oh yeah, with a 24, you definitely hit. Although I'll say you would need to be in this section back here, because you got to be at least like not within melee range, basically. Cool. So that hits, and you're aiming for the crotch.
Oh, sorry, I hit short bow, didn't I? No, I meant to do short sword.
Oh, okay. Then try the other one.
Okay. Yeah, that's my bad.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah. With a 20, you decisively hit, and you
Yeah.
carve a deep slash where the genitals would be.
I just stare it dead in the eye as I go into his crotch. It's just a complete psychological victory.
You see one of its eyes wink at you.
As I, oh no.
Cool. Is that the end of Joseph's turn?
No, I've got another attack.
Oh, go for it.
I'm deeply unsettled. And
Yeah,
shudder
as
a
you
bit.
should be.
Yeah, I got got out chickened, I think. But so I'm just gonna go for a stab or like a lash to the face with a short sword again.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think with a 13, actually, you might still hit. Yeah, you hit, dealing 9 piercing damage. How do you want the bipedal shark to meet its doom?
Yeah, so after a fairly deep, disgusting stab into its underbelly crotch area, which it then suggestively winked at me, I just gonna go like, and just slash his face off. Well,
Damn his eye.
Its face falls to the ground with a sloppy sound.
yeah, his face, like you kind of just chop through, and his face just goes and just slides off.
Yeah, that's exactly the right sound. Is that the end of Joseph's turn?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna then say, all right, let's kill this freak, and hopefully rally the troops. Deeply unsettled by the wink.
Nice. It is now Orpheus's turn, and you hear his voice in all of your minds at the same time. And he sounds a little bit different than before. And he says, "You have fought valiantly, but I am not your enemy. Look, and you shall see." And he reaches down, and he puts his hand on Dave, and this like bright white light comes out of his hand. And then Dave just gets up and walks away and looks like her normal self. And
Dave! I shout at him, what about Gahak Balachis, you fucking ceramic piece of shit?
Joseph runs over to Dave, arms
Okay.
wide open.
Nice. Well, I mean, I suppose
Tries to. I know it's not my turn. That's what I'm
Yeah.
going to do. If I'm allowed to.
it's not your turn, but if you guys, it depends whether you still intend to be in combat or not. If you're still in combat, then it's not your turn. But if you want to,
I start casting Fireball.
Okay, so we're very much still in combat then. Okay, and then Orpheus is going to fly back up to a height of like 20 feet above that platform and just stand there like this with his arms outstretched in a sort of like magnanimous gesture.
Friends. It's the friends pose.
Next up is Abe.
Right. So we're still attacking the dude, right?
You see Zenarai's hand wreathed in flames, burning holes in his nearby robe.
Kayak, he's in the darkness.
Actually, yeah, you wouldn't see that, but you imagine that's something Zenarai might do.
Yeah, that sounds like it. Okay, guys. So are we still trying to fight Orpheus?
I like the guy now.
He did. Like I say, he brought Dave back to me in this dream. Maybe he thinks we're past the test already.
I'm on board with Zenarai though. I really want my meatballs back.
I roar, I'll burn you off the ground to get Gahak back.
Okay.
And by all of you, I mean Orpheus.
Wait, hold
So I'm
on.
just going to look at Orpheus and go like, so what now?
Oh, is that what Abe says?
Yeah.
Okay, you see Orpheus responds, this time with his actual voice, seemingly switching between telepathy and his voice with reckless abandon. And he says, well, what now is that we have a little talk about how I may have underestimated you, and I give you some more details about your mission in the proving grounds. Or we could continue this dance and you can try your luck, but yeah, I suppose it's up to you, really.
Do we still get the prize?
Oh, yes, that is a very good point. We don't know who would get the prize, do we? Well, the conditions of my prize were that you had to beat each other and become the last one standing, so you don't get the prize until that criteria is met.
Guys, he's not our friend anymore.
Fuck your prize, give me Gahak Balachis.
Okay, so people, what are we doing? That's what Abe is saying to the group. Zernaya, speak, I can't see you.
He's been yelling an awful lot.
Yeah.
I thought he wanted to unify us, but he's turning us against one another again. I don't like his mind games.
It is very confusing messaging. But his shark minion killed Dave, and then he brought Dave back. Yeah, I think, I guess, out of context, out of character, sorry. I don't know. Well, it's up to you guys whether you want to kill each other. We could just do that again to try and get a sweet loot. That'd be the way to 100% this. I just will say we will get rewards enough. I doubt we're resting very well in the real world by fighting each other all night, and it was already nearly dawn. Let's hear what I'd be happy to hear what the angel demon has to say.
Yes, I have character. I agree. I think that's the secret prize that we've unlocked.
Let's hear it out.
Then in character, I desperately want to fireball someone over the loss of my sweet Gahak Balachis. I also have to go quite soon, so let's acquiesce.
Okay, let's hear him out.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you guys are out of combat? Sorry, what was that, Sheila?
Yes, let's hear him out then.
Okay. You see Orpheus continues his like magnanimous holding his arms up gesture, and his legs are like together, just hovering beneath, well, not hovering as part of his body as he like flies towards the ash pile of Gahak Balachis and casually like flicks one of his hands, and you see Gahak Balachis like the ash reforms into the creature and shakes off the remaining ashes, and he says, again, this time in telepathy in your minds, "Quite impressive, isn't it?"
It's like, "Gag Balachus, my beautiful meatball." I'm so glad I haven't had to spend a 10 gold on the reagents to resummon you.
Okay, and then he lands finally, Orpheus, and he like gestures for you to gather round. But before he even waits at no time at all for you to gather round, he just immediately starts talking and says, "Okay, I do have something I am particularly looking for, but I didn't know if I could trust your ragtag group of tower invaders until this point. Strength has a respect of its own, I find. I need you to locate a small knife. This isn't a war weapon. This isn't something encrusted with jewels. This is a fairly innocent-looking knife. It has almost, I've heard, like a craftsman's quality to it. If you find it, in the proving grounds or anywhere, I shall reward you handsomely."
Isn't that the knife I have?
Shush. I was about to say,
Abe's
is that right?
holding up the knife.
To deflect attention from Avalado, I say, "As handsome as you, Orpheus."
And Orpheus says, "Oh, well, maybe not quite that handsome. This knife is more of a utilitarian object."
As much of a utilitarian object as you, Orpheus.
Okay, the bear man seems to be on repeat. Do the rest of you know what I'm describing?
Yep, knife, cutty thing,
I've got it, 100%.
food and stuff. Yeah.
He also,
It's like a fork.
I say,
sorry.
Orpheus, does this knife have any distinguishing qualities? Any engravings, perchance?
He uses his telepathy to sort of imprint a sketch of the object in each of your minds, and it resembles. It's kind of like it looks like halfway between a steak knife and like a palette knife. That obviously I'm describing it for the players because the characters don't really have the artistic background to know what a palette knife is. But it looks like an artisan's object rather than a weapon or anything else like that.
Okay. So it doesn't look like the knife that I've got in my pocket. That's definitely a sacrificial knife with a symbol thing on it.
Yeah, you get the sense that knife, and based on the assessment of the gentleman in the outer ring who runs the arcane store, he described to Abe that that's more of a Nine Hells ceremonial dagger that is kind
Gotcha,
of...
I remember.
Yeah, it's much more gaudy than this thing projected into your mind. And
Cool.
he says, "So, you've all proven yourselves very capable. Does this little knife seem like something you could, keep in mind for me?"
Joseph's going to say, wait a second. Do you mean this? And he's going to pull the immovable wand out of his pocket.
You see Orpheus brighten for a sec, but then when you actually pull the object out, he says, "Oh, no, well, I mean, I have quite a few of those, to be honest. They're quite useful, but I'm not sure you know what a knife is."
Right.
Well, Orpheus, I was under no illusions you would have a immovable rod. And I nudge Gag Balachus and say, "Hey, get it, you fucking zombie."
Oh, I assure you, he's quite alive, not undead by any means. And I did enjoy that quip. That was rather bawdy.
He means his penis, I think.
I look at Orpheus completely blank-faced.
Joseph slowly puts the immovable wand back in his pocket.
Okay, and as Orpheus lowers his hands that have been raised the entire time, you notice darkness descending across all of your visions. And when you wake up, you're in the middle of the field butting up against those crouching hills, and it is morning. You have completed a long rest. And that is where we will end the session.
Tight.
PvP as fuck up in this session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it didn't, like, I was
That
hoping
very
that,
minimal PvP.
yeah, I was,
Yeah.
it would have been interesting to see which one of you had bragging rights as the powerful being of the party, but that's not the way that it went. So you can all just continue to wonder.
Friends.
And friends.
Nice.
I think Joseph has invisibility as well, so I feel like I could have gone for a long time.
Yeah, and all the healing and yes.
Oh yeah, would have gone a long time.
Nice work, guys.
Sweet.
That was fun as hell.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, this is
We should
tyrant.
have, man, we should have taken Orpheus down in the tower. I reckon we would have beaten him.
Wow.
In his-
Oh, the other thingy was there.
Yeah, we fucked that up too.
Yeah, the eye guy. What's his name? Jerry.
Yeah.
When
Jerry.
Jerry,
Okay,
when you noticed the wounds on Orpheus, you kind of like, you could see some scratches and a couple of bits of dried blood, but he didn't look like he was on death's door in this particular arena encounter.
Yeah. Still.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you have any suggestions or any ideas that we should incorporate, things you want to hear more of, things you would like to hear less of, just let us know at thewronghandspodcast@gmail.com. So THEWRONGHANDSPODCAST@gmail.com.